Hi guys, welcome back. This is 2000 Gaming again, bringing another Star Savior content. So before we make our video, if you're enjoying the content in this channel, please don't consider subscribing. We're almost there, almost at 5k subscribers. We need 100, maybe 10 subscribers to go before we do that. Reaching that 5,000 goal, and I do really appreciate you guys supporting the channel, okay? So, this is my point of view, okay? This is my opinion with regards to, again, at the end of the day, what we're playing right now, it's a turn-based, right? So the gacha is Nikkei with the trickle down of you buying the Arcana meaning your equipments going into your journey, which is like Uma Musume, and then you build up your characters with the regular gacha mechanics that we usually do. The thing is, at its core, it's an idle gacha. So it's just like in Lost Sword, in Nikkei as well. So Nikkei, you build up resources when you idle. So if, for example, you are a casual player, right? So you are a casual player. You try your best to level up the best of your abilities. You level up your equipments. You level up your skills. You level up your journeys the best you can. You level up your like I'll just show you here so that it's much more better suited. So if you go to your savior, right? So you build your character as what you can see the character is currently. So currently I have this, for example, Emily. So getting like you build her, build the levels, build the resonance. My advice is on the resonance, try to level it up as slowly as you can. Don't level it up as over what it's needed in your journey. If the journey asks you your recommended resonance would be 5, then you level it up to 5. Don't over level your character. You need to like level it up sparingly, so not to be over leveling it up. Because the thing with this is like for example, I'll level reset this, okay? So I'll level reset this, okay? Your resonance stays there. Your resonance stays there, guys. Okay, it doesn't change. So I do suggest, and these equipments are very hard to get. Okay, so I do suggest don't don't over don't be overzealous and spend that on everything. And also your skills will not get reset. Okay, the only one that will reset is your level. And also do be mindful that like in Nikkei as well, when you hit that certain point, I think it's level like 200, I think, like you can't reset it again. I'm not quite sure, I haven't gone to that part yet, but do be very very careful, okay? So again, it's a casual thing. You level it up gradually, but like you level it up equally. So from your at least level 109 on everybody, like your 4 characters, and then you have this leveling up tree, just like your synchro zone, just like your blood tree in silver and blood, in Lost Sword as well, like your round table. You level up only 4 characters or 5 characters, and from those 5 characters, you put the other characters inside those round tables or those areas here that I will see. Like I'll show it to you. So you level up here in the manage, like in, no, not in manage. You headquarters. So this is just like in Nikkei, in Lost Sword, in Silver and Blood, like any other gacha, idle gacha, which I do like. But there's a caveat on it, okay? In the Starlink. So when you click Starlink, again, 4 characters will be there. So yeah, so whichever 4 characters will there, whatever you put here, they will get the levels. So at least you don't spend your time leveling up other characters, which is good. Problem is again, compared to others, be careful about again you leveling up your characters. Your skill set, you need to level it up accordingly, and to be really really careful about it, because again the resources here are very scarce. If like again you're playing it right now, it's very generous, but like come in high waters, like this one would be really really expensive to build. Okay, the skills for this, just be weary. So if you want to not invest too much of the character, 333 would be the best. Okay, if you don't want to invest, 33 would be the best. 33. I've accidentally leveled this one up, so I'm currently doing the raid bosses. So I'm doing 333 at the moment. And then if you really want to invest on the characters, make it like 366, and then you can go ahead and whatever you want to do moving forward. Okay, so going back to what I'm saying, level it up sparingly, slowly. Don't over level up your things. Always level it up as what the game tells you to. What are the resources needed for you to get over the hump, in a way. Okay, that's my approach as a casual player if you're not spending anything. Okay, So also journeys, do that one. This one as well, be careful, don't level it too much. So again, I've accidentally leveled it too much, but my suggestion is, again, I'm just leveling this one up for me to get over the hump. Okay, if you want to get over the hump, you want to get to chapter 14 so that you'll be able to get T2 items. Okay, those T2 items are your final destination for your equipments moving forward. Okay, and also you can buy your T2 equipments in the shop. So if you go to your cash shop, you might be able to get a random leveling up here. Not the cash shop. Not in the cash shop. We'll go it like the Apocalypse shop, sorry. So there would be a random equipment here. Hopefully I've sold it out like here. So this is a T2, but you need to look at it, okay? You click this. So protection set and then speed. I'm not really like, you want to get a crit rate, it's all up to you. Um uh maybe I want to get like a crit set for my attackers. So I might do that. So I might pull the trigger on this, okay? And there's one as well as just like what's this? This one looks grand. So T2 defense barrier set. I think this is a good, no, barrier defense. This one should be HP. This should be HP. Okay? So we're not getting that. We're not getting that. So look at the subsets, okay? Look at the subsets. So you get it from there, and then so that's how you level it up. That's how my approach is. I'm pretty casual. Again, you level it up sparingly. For example, you can't reach, I'm at 13-24, I'm almost at tier 14. If I can clear it, then I level up my character, I level up my equipment, I level up my skills. If I cannot level up anymore, then that's the time there's gonna be an idle mechanic, okay? If you are not in a rush, you will still be able to clear content as long as you idle. Just in Lost Sword, there would be boss checks in this game. So this one, as every day you can refresh this, it's all up to you. So remaining refreshes, but like this is very important, Starlight Essence, whenever you get to that breaking point for your character. If you go here, right, so your savior at 109, so there would be a barrier of entry going up a notch. So this would be your problem here. It goes up and up and up, just like in Lost Sword. You get only this Starlight Essence. They tell you where you get it. It's either you get it Starlight Essence supply box, only supply box here that they gave away. Essence supply box. I'm not really spending this. I want my levels to be higher. You don't spend it too much, okay? So you get NOA funding or Interstellar Corridor. So those are the things that you can get it. I do suggest, again, if you're casual, you don't wanna, you don't wanna spend, okay? Like, level it up accordingly. If you're having a hard time here, for example, it's still far away. It's 5,000. I need 2,000 more. So I'll be getting it in the Starlight Supply box. Do you want me to just get it on the Starlight Supply box? I have 27 more. Maybe I can risk it because it's not that far away, and then I can level it up and then go over the hump. So I might level up my Lacey here. It's like she's much more of my damage dealer here, and I got her in one copy. I might do that now so that I can get over the hump. So 27, I still have, I'll be spending 15, okay? Don't spend too much, okay? Don't spend too much, just what's needed. And then you level it up. Now, you can level it up to level 19. Okay, level 20. And now it's needing now 7,000. So I'm not going to be using it because it's far away. I'm not going to be spending this. I'm not going to be reaching that. So always remember, to its core, it's still an idle gacha. If you cannot force it leveling up by the use of like trying to level up, again, level it up sparingly, slowly but surely. The only thing that you can reset is here is the levels. The resonance you cannot reset. Okay, the skills you cannot reset. This one you can just like go in a journey, and it's all up to you. This one, unfortunately the equipment, you cannot reset equipments as well. You can exchange it, but like at the moment it's not advisable. And then you can get gifts as well to level up the characters for more stats. But like again, it will tell you where to get it. Okay, Apocalypse shop. There's nothing where, like, there's nowhere to get it. Like, click this. It's always on the Apocalypse shop. Okay, Apocalypse shop, or where you get it for if you get it for your rewards on the one that they're giving you on your honeymoon phase. Okay, so those are the things that you need to go. At the end of the day, if you cannot push, I'd rather you not to spend your hard-earned resources, because again, the higher your levels, the higher the exchange of the inventory of your equipments. Okay, so that 1 hour running time, if your level is higher, it will give you more. Don't use that if you're lower levels. Use it sparingly. Don't overspend. That's my suggestion. Because like I played quite a lot of like idle gacha. Some people do not play a lot of idle gacha. They want to push and push and push and push. So that what happens is it's either they spend lots of gems to summon their characters, just like what I'm doing right now. So, and we know it's a Nikkei kind of mechanic as well. I'll be telling you about my goal is when I'm gonna be summoning 4 characters. Okay, so my just quintessential here is try to clear whatever is left here. So as you can see, there's like 18 days left, 19 days left. So this is really important. So just do participate in all of the events here so that you'll be able to cash in on all of this. So I'm almost done with all of this. So I'm just encashing. I will be building up, getting all of this for resources moving forward, for future characters that I want to level up the skill sets. This is very, very important. This one. So next would be, so you just need to clear this one, guys. Okay, you need to clear this. This one doesn't have a limit. Okay, so you don't need to hurry up. This one doesn't have a limit, so nobody's like forcing you to, okay, I need to clear chapter 14 now. I need to clear chapter 14 now. No, because this one doesn't have a limit. Okay, until further notice. There's no limit on this. Okay, you can just like stay idle and then clear content as you get rewards idling the next day. Okay, this one it's okay because whenever you're doing like, you know, my advice would be when I made the tips video, level up your characters, level up what needs to be leveled. You will be clearing content every day, okay? And then you get more rewards after this on day 14. You get loads of rewards. So do this one every day. You're practically gonna be completing this. This one also week 2. I'm very active. I'm logging in every day. So you're not gonna miss out on this. Plus they're giving you settlement support here. And also day 9, I've cleared this one as well. There's still 14 days to go here. You'll be able to clear this and then you will get Frey. Okay, Frey is also a serviceable character which I do really like to have. And then check-ins every day. Check-ins every day. So because after this, the honeymoon phase will be finished. And then once the honeymoon phase will be finished, you are now in the crossroads on. And then do all your events, guys. The events are really, really important. This is to bolster your resources as well. So participate in all of the events the best as you can as a free-to-play. Even if you're a whale, participate in all of the events. Get a best maximum items or maximum materials that you can get, and then leveling it up sparingly, slowly but surely, so that I know it's like people do telling you, oh, I've reached chapter 18, oh, I reached chapter 20. It's because they spent. Okay, it's because they spent. If you're free to play, you are in a lag behind, but it's fine. It's an idle gacha. Okay, you will get there. You just need to be patient. Just do participate in all of the events. Just like what I do in Lost Sword. I'm just chilling. I'm enjoying the game. Okay? The thing here in Star Savior is the same as in any other gacha. It's like the honeymoon phase is really good. They introduce lots of game mechanics. And after all of this, it's gonna be now in the mundane wherein you just do it every day just to gather materials. And then at the certain point, the characters is now the mainstay. In any gacha, characters are their selling point. Okay, so we're gonna be getting Rosaria. So I'm really excited for Rosaria to come in. And then knowing that like all of the content will be flushed out in a few days or a few weeks or in a month's time, they'll just add up more mechanics moving forward and then you get used to it. Okay, but like again, always remember, at the end of the day, it's still an idle gacha. You are gonna get there provided if you play every day, you do your events every day, and then you participate every day. You're gonna get there on a certain point. Okay, so I just told you guys not to stress out on things. If you see like some of the content creators will tell you, okay, like you don't need to rush. Okay, it's an idle gacha. It's all up to you. If you want to rush, go ahead. If you want to rush in, you want to spend all of your materials, resources, it's all up to you. But this is just my point. I'm a free-to-play player. I've been free-to-play almost all of my gacha career, and I've been trying to save resources just for me to survive in this gacha game that I'm playing because I love to play gacha games. Like, for example, Nikkei. I'm saving gems so that I can still participate in events. I can pull for my favorite characters because the pilgrim characters are very, very important. And some of the meta characters I pull. Okay? You need to choose your battles because you're free to play. You can't be pulling characters nilly-willy. Always remember that. You will be skipping one or two characters. In Reverse 1999, I know it's free to play, but you still need to skip characters because again, in especially in this game, you need combination characters for them to shine. So, and you need some characters here that are meta defining really at the end of the day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this uh, point of view advice of a free to play gacha content creator. It's a bit harder for me to make content, but the good thing about it is I can look at it in a different lens on a casual side of things, not really putting out there would be styles of plays that like it's really you need to be efficient on your gameplay, you need to be efficient on this, efficient on that. But like again, at the end of the day, gacha games, you can just play casually, you can just do what needs to be done, but you need to do it as it's supposed to be played. Okay, you don't go ham on everything else in a gacha game. You don't go ham on day one. You just see what's going on, see what the mechanic is, and then once you see, oh, it's an idle game, I can just idle, get my rewards, and do my dailies, and I'll get there. Okay, so some of them are doing like that. That's why I do gravitate to idle gacha. It has its own merits, but it has its own caveats as well because it will time gate you. It will gate you to not be able to progress moving forward. It is what it is, but like that's the game. So, but at the end of the game, the one that they sell is the characters, so that you're gonna be able to come in, do your idling, do your dailies. So that's the vicious cycle of a gacha game. So hopefully you guys like this video, like this point of view. Comment down below if you're appreciating this on a different kind of light, a different kind of perspective. This is again 2300 Gaming, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Bye bye.